Alright, we are in the wheat. Sure, I do a little video for you guys showing the difference between the 50s and the 60s. Starting at the back, got your sand tanks, handbrakes back here, air dryer, battery box, radiators above us, air compressor guy, and then originally they had your traditional ABC and hot engine temp switches. They've been converted to a more digital system. And this is the Canada valve, as I call it. It's something or other C, but that's for if you break into, it shuts off main reservoir air pressure going out of the locomotive through the MU lines. US stuff don't got that. Got your dual fuel filters, big old oil housing, oil cooler, expansion tank, fuel pump. This is the winterization setup in this thing. There's doors that hang on them pins up there. And you put them on in the summer, and in the winter those are your inertial filters going into the generator room, get the dust out of everything. And then that's your cold air intake. And if it's real snowy out or really cold, you flip a switch in the cab, those shutters close. And then in the fall, you set this guy up to open them shutters for the roof hatch off the #1 fan. This is your 645 F3B, all pretty normal stuff there. You always gotta watch it walking through here because it's about a foot too short to stand upright. This yellow guy, that's the that holds a single paper filter element, just like for the oil and the fuel for the AC cabinet. You got your load regulator, your magnet valves for the compressor unloader and the radiator shutters. All your usual stuff is all in the usual places right here. The frame kind of sticks up out of the floor along here. And then the roof has these panels that flip up for your 250-ton overhead bridge crane in your erecting hall style shop. You can come down through the ceiling to do assembly work. It's got the flip up stands to stand on. And they're actually the standard type, which is kind of annoying. It'd be nice if they made them a little bit longer, seeing as they don't have to go around car body doors on these. And speaking of which, the doors are all just got these latches. They use standard components, but they're arranged kind of funky. And you just flip the latches and the doors swing out. And I think they intended at one point to have side doors with ladders, but they never built the ladders or anything, so you just wound up with the side door. And the 60s have them, but there's no exterior access, so I'm not sure what the story. Maybe it was for when you were in the shop and if you had a shop with ramps. And of course on this side it's the same deal up there. And you got your little hallway. And this is the dynamic brake fan. So basically it's got a 50 style round element hatch right above us, which makes sense because it's a 50. And then the back side of your electrical cabinet. These are those winter hatch doors. Just stash them in here during the winter. Those are for, one of them is for the snow shutters, and the other ones are for the shutters on the traction motor blower fan, which was a fuel saving thing. You got recorder, big ugly here in the middle of the room is your contactor for self-load feature. And then you got the generator room in here. Air intake filters, that's pretty normal. Filter blower, backsides of the inertial filters, the drain pans. All your drains run down the wall and out down there. The front part of the traction motor blower air duct and the traction motor blower fan. And then it's got this mechanism. We have them all disabled, but basically the way this worked is that these shutters would close if the motors were below a certain temperature. The shutters close, which makes the fan not drag as much. I'm not exactly sure how the physics of that work, but it was a fuel saving feature. We just considered it a pain in the ass and disabled it. Who needs fuel efficiency? It's all just a conspiracy from liberals saying we're going to run out of oil. And cab. This is the 08, so this is unmodified for PTC. The ones with PTC, they got an extra extension that comes out to here, has a bunch of extra stuff in it. Control stand. Originally this panel here had a little drawer. That one still has it. I'll show you in a minute. All your light switches and stuff, headlight indicators, and your class light controls. And this stuff all still works. It's just most of the bulbs are burned out in these. But the neat thing is that whatever position you turn the switch to, it actually lights up these zones for whatever you got to switch to inside, so you got a internal indicator, which is kind of neat. Alerter button on your alerter doohickey, slow speed control for loading on the coal train, lights, stuff holders, various panels and whatnot. Down here, originally this is where the hot plate mounted. It just hung on this door. That's the plug for it, which I always thought was kind of weird, but that's how they did it. Stuff holder. What's really kind of interesting is, oh, this one's all English. Well, that's interesting. Some of these, all this is in French and English, and some of them it's just in English. There seems to be some inconsistency about that in these Canadian engines. Let's see here. That is the mount for the ashtray, which is missing out of this one. And I would have had one over here too at some point. And then that used to be a little rack for holding all your levers when you pulled them out. Later they changed them so that the brake handles don't come out, because apparently they had problems with that. Heater control. All pretty speedo. Gotta love the way the camera's wired up in this one. That you can't tamper with that. No way someone could tamper with that. Sort of the view out the back, which is better than nothing, I suppose. And then the floor in these is just sort of your usual kind of masonite kind of particle board kind of stuff. Das shitter. And then this whole wall comes out to get into the back side of the control stand, which is lovely. Oh, that's kind of neat. Never noticed that before. And this originally was your trash can, I think. Mounted in the door there. And then there's an additional little electric locker back here. And then the fridge is right here. And originally, this is where the microwave went. Little hose rack. Just put a shovel and a broom. That sort of thing. Little tool crib in the corner, backboard. Stuff. Keep the fusies up here.